test. I think it looks like it's working. We're gonna go with that it's working. Totally prepared for this. What's this one? We'll go like that. Totally prepared for this stream. So we're just gonna go close a few things up here. Let's set that there. That's all looking good. Captioning. We're gonna try captioning. Stream CC. Turn it on. We will say that. Test. Unfortunately, I don't think closed captioning is working. Switch on, make sure your mic is set. Okay. Try that one. Test. Everything says it should be working, but I'm not seeing it working. So we're just gonna switch that off. There's that. And we're gonna work on one of these here. Go with this one. Close that. Okay, so tonight we are working on PowerShell or COC PowerShell. In particular, I'm going to start with a new repo. So I have created a, actually, list the buffers, and then if we go up here, what do I have to do to refresh this? So we're gonna PowerShell. I'm just going to call this settings.json, just so we have a file. And then if we go over here, so we have it installed. We're going to go to how to register custom language server. User-defined language server configured in language server field of configuration file, which is here. Same as it's JSON that supports comments. Okay, so if we go I have no idea how to paste here. I should probably figure that out, shouldn't I? At some point. Auto command file type syntax match comment. Didn't mean to close that buffer completely, but whatever. Okay, so now if we go F4, pattern delimiter not found. JSON syntax match. Whatever. Meow. How are you, Adelio? Undo. Functions setup. From. I did. Kids didn't do an egg hunt. They just kind of had baskets and stuff that the bunny had provided. Okay. So I need to do two things because it's going to drive me mad. First thing, I'm going to have to do nvim spaces not tabs. I'm going to use tabs in Vim for both. Jeez, why is that 8? So now if I go delete that. Set expand tab. Okay. Okay, whatever. We'll go back to this. Language server setup. So, CUC-mvim uses JSON-C because it supports formats. I want me to add that, but that didn't work. No. This apparently is a treat to get working. I think it's N plus. No. For example, using the primary clipboard, the YMP. So one of these register. Oh, it's at. You know, I was gonna try at, but then okay. Vim requires set clipboard. Does have the clipboard. Revamped clipboard support. It should automatically pick up these utilities and use them. Clipboard integration. There's no direct connection to the system. Provider. Always for all. I unnamed. Okay. So clipboard equals unnamed plus. There we go. Set unnamed. Oh, no. So now if I go like this, P, undo P. Oh my goodness. Ta-da! Call setup command abbreviation C to. I have no idea what this is going to do, but it says to do it. I think that means if I go like that. Okay. So that sets up a command abbreviation. No re-abbrev. So if I go echo get command type echo get command line. No, whatever. Why use JSON? Because it's JSON. Although I can also do COC install. I think that's what I do. There we go. Whoops. LS. Buffer 3. Oh. So I actually have to close it to get rid of that. That JSON parsing thing. Okay. User configuration is named as COC-settings, placed inside the nvim. Or the config. The workspace configuration should be named with and should be resolved in directory.vim. From default user and workspace. To enable IntelliSense, install that. Okay. Extension configuration. Just like VS Code, each COC extension could contribute configuration sections. To get detailed options for existing configurations, just okay. So Set. I don't get what nvim is doing. Oh, except that. Okay, so it is expanding them, but. Is this maybe? So is that the soft tab stop or the shift width? Maybe that's shift width. Okay, there we go. So okay, user-defined language servers are configured in language server field of configuration file. There are 3 types: module, executable, and socket. So I think the socket means that we could, in theory, get named, or maybe not. Okay, so we're going to use executable. Sorry? Okay. Wait. I'm going to go like this just so I don't accidentally. Should be ringing. Look, another shirt. Romero would be proud. Okay. So we're going to go to buffer 1. I'm going to insert. Oh my goodness. Set tab. Wait. Expand tab. Set tab stop equals 4. Set soft tab. Set tab stop for set. No, I keep hitting the wrong key. Crying out loud. Set shift width. We're going to call it that. Cue that. There we go. Start over. When in doubt, throw it out. And then when I launch it again, it goes to a totally new window. That's awesome. Is that 4? Oh, it worked. Haha. So going back to this. Language server. My PSES. Is it module? No. Ah. This is actually what I want. So command github.com/ because I've got this one. Because I think we're already doing this part, kind of. So on my computer, I'm just going to do PowerShell.exe. So if I go like this and I go ta-da. Okay, so what's the script? expected comma or a closing brace. So we close the brace. That's that one. Okay, so that's saved there. Port is required for example configuration. Add language to your COC settings for registered. See, but I don't think we actually want. Okay, so what I think maybe so Tyler had added a way to pick the executable, but I'm not sure where he's storing it. Function switch. Moved it back up there, which is reasonable. Well, maybe, I'm not sure.
I'm only human, you know that. Quit looking at me like I'm something else. You're feeling different, we both are. Yeah, I've been feeling things I've never felt. Just give me another chance to show you. Please hear me.
Get available.
Just trying to tell you, come with me. And we'll be everything we want to. Just give me another chance. I know I should've known better. I know I should've
I don't quite understand. Does it actually switch the executable? Help add. Append the item to the list. Okay, so that all that's doing is adding to the list. Right, so we've got return paths. So that it's a Mac and Linux. So if it's a Mac, for PowerShell in okay, so paths equals that. If it's Windows, return it. Otherwise, PowerShell executables. We added, okay. Somebody's got. Oh, here it is. And then we restart all of the clients. Okay. But I think what we can do we can come up here. So one of the things in here, so there's the args. We got file types in there somewhere. File types. Why didn't that work? Oh, I know. Is it because I have to go QA escape Q? And then if I do I don't know. Good enough. Okay. So after args, we want settings. So if this is truly like VS Code, if it is like VS Code, then what we can do is you know what? That's the JSON. Okay, so it's not in that package JSON, which is good. That means it's somewhere. Let's see, catalog. Okay, So how does this work then? Language server. Runner TS. I don't understand how it's getting its settings in there. Rust language server. So the main is index.js. Repository bugs go there. Right, like this talks about configuration. So maybe it is a package.json. Yeah, so this contributes the configuration. Package.json.
I find it hard to keep to my own
Oh, hahaha.
when the road ahead begins to fade. We try to keep our heads above the waves. You make it feel so simple. Every time we disconnect, I find another part of you left. And until we can intersect, we're going in circles. When I think I'm at my end, I'll wait for you to come around again. Before I make
Refresh.
you start
No.
to bend. You make it feel so simple.
They're on options. There we go. Okay. So, let's try. Let's see what we can do. What damage can we do today? Name. Version. some package that does something. Main field. Yeah, so we'll put in a main. Publish. I don't need a publisher right now. Keywords, no. Engine scripts. Activation events. We're going to leave it as that for now. And one that's activation event. Activation events. Contributes. Configuration. Title is PowerShell. Properties are as follows. Boolean default is true. Description. Duh. PowerShell.executable is see, my thing is, I don't really see anything in this other than engines. / PowerShell / VS Code. Other than engines, I don't see anything that's actually COC specific. So if we come over to package.json way over here, so what if, close that, F4, I'm going to go into COC. Hub clone. Oh, drop down here. So I recently discovered the utility hub, which is from GitHub, and it's basically Git and GitHub, but it's Git for GitHub, so you can do stuff like hub VS Code PowerShell. And now if I do hub remote, Oh. You'll see that it has, it already did it as Corebob. So it checked out my repository. So I didn't have to remember to type in all the GitHub stuff or whatnot. What I can even do is, well, here, not this one, not that one. So if I wanted to check out neoclide, however you pronounce that, /coc.nvim, I can do a hub clone neoclide /coc.nvim. No, coc dot. So, and then if I do a hub, so it checked it out. Yeah, I heard about it in a tweet too. I believe it was Tyler who tweeted it. When I first ran it, I was concerned because it said, "What's your password? We won't store this password." And I was like, "Oh, so I'm gonna have to type my password every time?" Because then it popped up and said, "Okay, now what's your two-factor authentication?" And then once it did that, I got a ding on my phone and I checked and there was an email saying a new token's been added to your GitHub for Hub. I was like, oh, you're using a token. That makes sense. I just need to check a bunch of emails that came in. Yeah, so if I go dot, oh, and then I can do, actually, so if I do hub issue, it shows me all of the GitHub issues. So what we're gonna do, right, so we go over here, we're gonna F5, we're gonna go in here, go in here, and edit this package JSON, because how amazing would it be? And I kind of wish Tyler was here for this part, because how amazing would it be if I simply had to go to this engines and find where I was, like what if I just have to go like this, greater than or equal to 0.0.24, and now I save that. Repos coc vs code dash PowerShell. Okay. An unexpected error. Oh. Okay. I don't know what I just did. I think I see what I just did. Okay. Unexpected error occurred. Okay. Yeah, so it couldn't find... So, how do I find...
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight.
How do I tell it to use... That might be the part that is overall missing so far that I haven't figured out. So create a JSON. That's a sample schema. Okay, so we've got the language server, right? And then it's like, okay, so now what do we do? Right? Like, so register custom servers.
So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time.
Like, so did no, that's feedback hub. Search, there we go. No. Do I have everything installed? Now who's... Grumble, grumble, grumble. There we go. I'm trying to work here. Work. Okay. Everything. Everything. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, fine. Go, like... So, let it be known, everything has not run yet, has 0 index, and Windows search is indexed and has been running for a while. So now that that's known, everything, which has just started, is going to prove me wrong. I'm running as administrator, aren't I? There we go. Look at that. Like, it found what I was looking for already. I mean, actually, do I call it just... No, I need to copy it to there, I think. I don't know. But, like, Windows search still hasn't found anything. Third-party tool that just looks at the master file table found it. Indexed was not indexed when the search started. Now, in Windows Defense, it explicitly excludes app data. So I will. Oh. So it might not be that. Okay, so maybe that's why it didn't find it. But still. Okay, so if I copy as path, and then I robocopy it to sources, manage the extensions. Oh, okay. So we'll close that, and I probably could have just, COC list. Extensions. I don't like rebuild. Previous update. List. Okay, so maybe it wasn't that simple. It's unfortunate. Or maybe it... CD VS Code. No. npm install. That's not gonna work. Or is it? Apparently will. JS YAML. We must have that already. So there was a I saw this on Twitter today. Folklore.org. So this is the story of the Lisa software team getting ready to push the Apple Lisa computer out, and one of the guys had refactored stuff, and management had wanted them to track how many lines of code they were contributing, as if that's a good metric. So he had refactored it and took out 2,000 lines of code. So it came time for him to submit his how many lines of code have you written this week, and he put in minus 2,000. I don't know why. I know why I just thought of this, because when I went to run the npm install, it reminded me of a joke that I'd seen about after that recent picture of the black hole. It showed the one scientist with the 5.8 petabytes or whatever it was, like this big stack of hard drives, saying, "Oh, I can finally do my npm install." And then all the butthurt men of the internet that were all like, "Well, these other people contributed more code, rah 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 rah." Well, here's a perfect example of why lines of code contributed does not equate contribution to a project. So add language server section in your COC. Okay, but see, I don't have any JSON configuration in there, so I don't understand how to contribute. Like, do I contribute? Oh, but I think all the people that have been asking for it, and we're seeing it working in Azure Cloud Shell. I think that's evidence that people want it. But so it supports extension features of VS Code. Well, maybe why are COC extensions needed? So COC extensions use coc.nvim as a dependency instead of VS Code. It's only dev dependencies, actually. Some features activate and deactivate. Command support JSON schema association. One or more extension name can be provided. It can also be the URL of a Git repository. Okay, so then what I'm going to need to do recurs VS Code PowerShell. Of course, because why not? Repos coc VS Code git status git diff git reset. Git checkout -b. Git push. Wait. No. No. Hub checkout master hub. We need to get PoshGit. We need to update PoshGit with hub stuff, I think. And then, because what we can do is I can do a hub sync. Oh. VS Code PowerShell. So this is 22 branches behind PowerShell master. So if I go to VS Code, the other repo that I have, and run a hub sync, so, yeah. What the hell is going on now? Oh. I may or may not have my Twitter set to notify me when certain people tweet. I don't know. Picked a daiquiri. What I found so funny about this, yeah. because my coworker who went to Ignite and met Tyler in person, him and I have had the conversation of just how young Tyler looks. Of course, my first time going to a club, bar, whatever. Just a second. Snowing this thing there appears to be like a rather harsh. And maybe that was better, but yeah, yeah, exactly. So my first time going to the bar, I went with my now mother-in-law. So at the time, my girlfriend's mother. We would go to a bar, and so we were 19, where it's legal in BC, where we live. My mother-in-law would have been 36. We didn't get ID'd. My mother-in-law did. No, sorry, my wife got ID'd. But she looks 13, so it's okay. My now wife, yeah. So it was, she was 36, and for whatever reason, she hadn't brought her ID with her. So it was a interesting night. She was upset for about 25 seconds until someone pointed out that you're 36 being ID'd. So, however, I can understand Tyler's frustration here because so the license, they accuse the license of looking fake. I have not seen Washington licenses. I assume that's what WA stands for, but oh yeah. So CD git check out CSC. No? Okay. See, and BC used to, yeah, we used to have color driver's licenses with colored pictures. And now they're black and white. Oh, I remember this. Okay, anyways. No. I had it here. Told me what to do. Zero, 0, 2, 4. W. Commit and trying out CSV. Oh, right. Git push. How do I set upstream again? There we go. When did that change? Oh. Okay. So it says we can do this. Let's take a look at this, guys. Okay, so coc install github.com/PowerShell/VS Code-PowerShell. Oh, it failed. Can't find module. So it probably won't work, is what that's telling me. But doesn't hurt to try, right? So COC install. Yes, that probably would be a bad idea. First time it starts, when it finds a new version of an extension, it will update it. If an extension throws uncaught errors, you'll get the error message. You can get it by messages. No, just messages. So if the extension is using stdi, you can get the output from the log file of COC. I really tempted to just go to like so many typos. By Ranang. Okay. Okay. So this might... I really just like to reload without... Just find... Right, because then I can go here and I can say command right. Well, actually, let's go like this. Hello, Skinny Survivor. How are you this evening? Yes, set content. Just started learning PowerShell for work. Quite impressed with it so far. It's good to hear. It is a rather powerful language. Especially once you can wrap your head around that it's passing objects around as opposed to as opposed to text like bash and other shells pass around. Migration of files from a file share to SharePoint. Yikes, that sounds like it would be Interesting. So if I want set content, LKJ, value LKJ. There we go. Okay, so what I'm seeing from that is when we call our COC request async, it is definitely evaluating the PowerShell. It is sending it through to the editor services. Editor services is doing what it's supposed to do, but we're not, for some reason, we're not getting it back. It's a mess, of course. But it's nice to give them. Yeah. I guess the because SharePoint has their restrictions and stuff. Yeah, I've had so we migrated to Office 365 and we moved personal drives. Marcus Clayton, thank you for that follow. We moved personal network drives over to OneDrive for Business. And that worked fairly well. We used a tool to do it, or someone else. Like, I wasn't involved in that part, but we've had instances where people will take files that they have somewhere and they'll put them into OneDrive, and groove.exe was really bad, and we phased it out on all but, like, we still find random computers that have it, which shouldn't, but they have like invalid characters in them. They'll have like an ampersand or a percent, and some of these things are now allowed, but Groove doesn't like them. And I've had using PowerShell, I've been able to like just do up a quick one-liner that says, go through the entire OneDrive folder, give me everything that has this character, and now rename it to be the same thing without that character, or with an and instead of the ampersand or plus sign, or like just something, or the %20s, because with a lot of them for some reason have percent, like they'd save an they'd go to like, I don't know, some website like randomwebsite.net or something. And of course now finding one that has one. So like somewhere, so they'd be on, can I at least do %20? Okay. So they'd be on this site, say, and they would like save it. So the file name became search. Like it included the %20 for whatever reason. So PowerShell allowed me to go and replace that %20 with spaces, and I've also since discovered that I could have just done URL decode, I think it is. I can't remember what it is. I use it at work to decode. Like there's like a URL decode. Yeah, HTTP utility URL decode, and it will decode the %20s to spaces basically. But yeah, definitely a lot of power behind it. So currently, I'm working on, so it's COC-PowerShell is the name of what I kind of working on. coc.nvim is a plugin for Vim version 8 newer and NeoVim that allows you to run VS Code extensions within Vim. So what I was just trying to do is see if we can get the language server set up using the package.json file, and it looks like I might be able to. I found some stuff kind of right at the end here that allows it to. But what I was really hoping, and what would have been really cool, is if I could just take VS Code PowerShell. So that's the one put out by Microsoft. That's one I've contributed to, and just tell COC to use that, because it apparently can use some. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it was quite that simple, because that didn't really work. But what I'm using now is I think I'm gonna start with a fresh, or not a fresh. There's got to be a way I can pull up the terminal there, but copy coc/vscode/package.json into COC PowerShell. So 6, 4, and 1. Can I do it like that? Oh, love it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go like that. We've got a bunch of stuff here. Perfect. Delete that one. Delete that whole line, that one. Replace that with 0. In Neo. Take that line out. License. There's a way I can do a single key to do the effective of Shift D, Shift A. Oh, actually, undo. Delete inside quotation marks. Boom. Insert MIT. Delete inside quotation marks. I should just delete the line. Categories. Okay. So there is a command. Vim lines from current. So I've seen people with a Vim configuration where on the left here it'll say, so this will say 10, and then this says 1, 2, 3 instead of 11, and then this going backwards says 1, 2, 3. The idea being, I think that your current line is line 10, so it shows you your current line, and then it shows you how many above or below. So in theory, I'm on 10 and I want to go to 15, I can do 5k, no, 5J and it will jump me down to 15. Without having to know, like, do the math in the head or say go 15. Actually, I don't even know how to get to. Yeah. I don't know. So, getting current, edit it, inserting text, inserting a file. Undo, redo, repeat. Moving around. No. Sure, hide line numbers. You know who has it? It's eBird. I think. Imperator. Why is he remapping H to be 2H? Like, I don't know. That's not it. How to... Okay, so that sets the numbers, but... Oops. Oh, I didn't know about all. So... if I were to guess, it'd be line... No. Relative number. Actually, let's go help relative number. Show the line number relative to the line current cursor. That's what I wanted. Okay, so, right, right? So, because what I can do here is I can say 5dd, and it will delete repository. So if I want to delete to the 3, then I would do, I have to increment it by 1 to include my current line, but then I just do that. So delete inside quotation marks. Extension / main.js. Uh, 90D. On language PS1, just to be safe. Leave that dependency, I think. And then 13 delete. Delete scripts. Contributes. We don't need to contribute a view container here. Let's those lines. We also don't need to contribute views. Key bindings. No, that did not do what I thought it would. Inside that. No, oh, I know why. All that. Commands. I don't want to contribute commands at the moment. So then we've got menus. Again, don't want undo problem matches. Delete all inside of that. Buggers, configuration. PowerShell configuration. So this I don't want to remove, but I do want to get rid of 5. I am mostly PowerShell. Well, used to be mostly a PowerShell. I started streaming to do PowerShell stuff. And now I mostly don't do PowerShell stuff on stream. There's a lot of TypeScript, a little bit of C#. Lately, there's been some Viml or vimscript. But yeah, when I'm not streaming, there's a lot of PowerShell. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to dive back into PowerShell. I do kind of need to update the PSCUCM, which is PowerShell module for interfacing with Cisco Unified Communications Manager, which is a VoIP telephone system. I think what I want to do is where does that go? Oh, required version name. So there's items. Oh, you know what? Like that. You know what? I need a comma there. Delio the bot. Perfect. Thank you for the link. So that's the extension that I built, or not extension. That's the module that I built in PowerShell to interface with a phone system. Now, why are you expecting a comma? Delete everything inside of that. Delete everything inside of that. So script di that code folding. We'll figure that one out later. You know what? Easiest way is probably going to be if I say yank that, that's now on there, and I say delete everything inside of that, and then I say that, and I say paste, and then I say X, I say take that out, wait, no. Why did that jump up there? So that's configuration. Wait. Yeah, and then I don't actually need that. Okay, so I think then we need a main.json. Or not main.json, main.js. But it is 10:05, and that means that assuming Assuming Twitch showed it properly. Or maybe it didn't. Hopefully it was supposed to say this was a event, but I'm not seeing it. So let's see if I've got anyone I'm following. I would switch to up close and personal, but when I updated Windows or did something, I had to redo my camera, and I haven't put it back yet. So I'm gonna throw a raid over to. Never mind, his stream is ending. So we'll send a raid over to Drollbeard. He's a good guy. He's currently playing Forager. I have no idea what Forager is, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, sure. If you're not already, don't forget to hit the follow button up here somewhere. The little, I think it's a little heart if you want notifications of when I'm streaming. I think there's a little bell that comes up after that. But, and yeah, probably Wednesday. Yeah, smash that like button, because you know this is YouTube. But I mean, really, if you really want, you feel more than free to hit the subscribe button. In which case, you'll get access to Bob PowerShell. Just me doing this. And yeah, it'll probably be Wednesday. I'm gonna revamp the stuff down under the stream, the panels, because it currently says I stream Friday. I haven't done Friday in a long while, and Friday is kind of not a good night. So yeah, have a good night. See you all next time. And let's throw right over to Droll. So just to forewarn everyone, his channel is intended for mature audiences. So if you go over there, and you don't have that enabled, you won't be able to watch. But yeah, so that's one difference between his channel and mine. But immature. Alright. Have a good night.